No object is mysterious. The mystery is in your eye. Hey there, how's it going, you guys? Thanks for joining me for another episode of Bitcoin and Coffee. I'll be your host, Eugene Forrest. So what is going on with these crazy cryptocurrency market? Man, I thought we'd be somewhere farther along than this. $9,350. That's some garbage price. Where's my 16K? I need a Lambo. I want a bunch of Teslas in the garage. I want to go travel the world. I was supposed to be rich for buying Bitcoin now. I'm completely disappointed. What do you think, Samantha? No?
No.
Oh, but I mean, that's what it seems like every time I turn around and I start reading about, when Bitcoin isn't jumping through amazing hurdles of gaining more than 2 and 3% on a daily basis. It seems like everyone's disappointed that they're not rich and they don't have to deal with the struggles of life anymore because, hey, they bought 0.001 Bitcoin, right? You're laughing over here, but they can't see you on camera, Samantha.
I'm laughing and shaking my head. Good evening, everyone. And no.
We do appreciate you guys coming out here. I thought I'd start it off a little different this time. As always, we're on here on Bitcoin and Coffee. We're about spreading awareness. We offer a free help desk service. It's linked to down below in either one of my emails. There's Proton email if you'd like to keep things private and encrypted. There's also some other social media platforms that I'm posting to if you'd like to follow us. Of course, we've been out here putting out videos. You realize it's coming up on almost 3 years now, Samantha?
I do now because it was a couple of days ago on your personal Facebookness or whatever. You were all like, oh, and you had posted amazingness in Bitcoin and it being like $740 or something, and it's saying 3, and it was like, wow, wow. I am pretty sure I remember that moment. Yeah, I don't know. Does that make us OGs? See, I want to be even more OGer. Is that even a word? But
you want to be a Trace Mare.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I want to be the dumbass that paid for the pizzas. Yes. Yes.
Talk about back in the day when we actually sent, 10,000 Satoshis and called it $1.
I mean, man.
The future is so bright when it comes to Bitcoin.
You gotta wear shades.
It's really just funny now, since I have been here for so long, and I do truly believe in Bitcoin and this decentralized currency for the future, just to always hear the naysayers, to hear the no-coiners out there, to hear all of the rhetoric of people talking about how Bitcoin's going to fail. Well, you know what? Hey, 11 years of the white paper, right? It's just, the clock keeps ticking, the price keeps getting higher, and no matter what these people come at me with, you got something better? Because
it's that Lindy effect or whatever the heck that thing is called. Yes, I really do. The longer it is already here and still working, the less, I don't
know, I think I had caught a podcast the other day, and they were talking about that Bitcoin was birthed out of a perfect case scenario. With the banking crisis, with the anonymity of who Satoshi Nakamoto was, with the way the math works out well.
Yes, the cypherpunkness, it being, that was cutting edge. That was not.
But you couldn't go out and create this now. The SEC would shut you down. You'd get a bunch of fines.
Oh, yeah. Yes. I don't know. Yes. It was literally because if it had came out 6 years before that, people were barely using AOL and all of that loveliness. You wouldn't have gotten even the percentage that is in Bitcoin right now if he had just came out a couple years before when he even did, or Satoshi did. It really, I don't know. It was almost perfect where it's you couldn't get almost any better. And there was so many reasons for it's nobody trusted the dollar anymore. People were literally being bankrupted and homeless.
I don't know if it's just, the way that I, try to start viewing life a little differently, but I could sit here and say, hey, I want the price of Bitcoin to be this. Hey, I wish I had gotten in sooner. Hey, a lot of things, right? But there's always the flip side of the coin, right? I am in Bitcoin. It is still early days. It is only 1.5% of the population. I do have a really good Bitcoin education. I'm trying to spread out the awareness and the knowledge to everybody else. So I just have to walk the road, right? If I keep hodling the Bitcoin that I have, you think Trace Mayer and everybody else was sitting around with a couple thousand Bitcoin and the stuff was worth cents? You think they were, they had to walk the road. They had to hodl. They had to not sell. They had to keep seeing that the future was bright. So when Bitcoin's making sideways action like we're looking at right now, having trouble breaking through 9,400.
When people are disappointed on the movements.
I keep saying, hey, Bitcoin's under $10,000. Let's accumulate. I got an extra 50 this week. What's up?
I don't know. I guess that is like, we are more spiritually like faith-based kind of things. And it is that it's just, okay, so it's a long road. Instead of 2 miles, man, it just became like 20. But oh well.
I don't even think it's that. I think that people's perception is what is being manipulated, and that's potentially how the price of Bitcoin is being suppressed. Everyone wants to talk about the price of Bitcoin is being manipulated. Oh, tether FUD. Oh, whale manipulation. CMEs, future gaps, all this.
Blah, blah,
well,
nah,
you know what?
Nah.
What it really boils down to a lot of time is, what do you think? What are you thinking? Why are you thinking that the price of Bitcoin is probably going to go down?
Right? Why are people being able to falter your opinion on what you think the value of Bitcoin is?
Right. I mean, when it really comes down to it, what currency is any good when it's based on government, and the government is based usually on corruption? I mean, when was the last time that you can point to any government and say that it really worked for the people?
There's not very many. I mean, there really isn't.
Okay, well then let's have something that's decentralized. Let's have a set of rules that everybody has to abide by. Let's make sure that the block is long enough for it to go all the way around the world. Let's make it a little more secure, right? Let's make everybody equal too. Doesn't matter sex, race, religion.
None of it.
Bitcoin don't care.
It just wants to keep on moving.
It's code. Gotta love the code. All right. Have I ranted enough? Is there anybody here? Are you guys lurking in the dark? Please give us some comments in the chat. Let us know what's up. Is Paul Rouleau here?
No.
Paul Rouleau, my buddy. Oh, buddy. It's
Are you
okay.
at work? Don't be at work. Oh, I hope you're not at work. All right. Well, Zach Mandera says he's about to drive home from work. Oh.
Zach is here, my friend. I am glad that you could make it.
Oh, he says that he can't watch right now because he does not have unlimited data, but that he smashed the like.
I know all about not having unlimited data.
Yeah. Eugene has lots of dead zones.
It's okay, buddy. Watch it on the repeat. That's great. I still get out here. I'm still doing my bit. I'm going to keep hitting this drum.
Leave some comments. I don't know. We really like to talk to people.
See, our channel's not big. Our channel's not big.
No.
But, Josh had suggested possibly taking off the donational address for Bitcoin, and, that there could have been a little bit of shadow banning, or at least, the AI giving you the caress the right way, right? So the numbers are up. Not a lot. So either you guys are watching the videos twice, but there is anywhere between an extra, 10 to 15 views.
I mean, that's a decent amount for us. So, yeah. It's a good, 5 to 10% spike of watching.
The video about us showing how to launder Bitcoin on the dark web is about to cross over 500. So I wish I had done a better job, right? If I knew how good that video was going to go, I wish I would have done even more. But I'm glad that it's out there. I'm glad that people are understanding that wanting to break the KYC of your Bitcoin is not a crime. And everybody should be doing this at some point. There is nothing wrong with running your Bitcoin through a mixer little by little by little by little for your storage.
It's just sadly like the Trace Mayer, the proof of keys. I mean, it's that kind of, you just need to know that you actually control your stuff. That's it. That's it. Mm-hmm. don't have it in other people's hands. Don't be thinking, oh man, am I going to get taxed on this? Have control of what you need to do and what
Peace
you
of
want to
mind,
do.
right? What's it worth to have peace of mind?
Yeah. I mean, so many people. Yes. All right. Zaza is also here. He
All
says,
right,
hey,
Zaza,
friends.
buddy.
All right. That's it.
That's
Keep
it.
going.
All right. Well, I got a little bit of news out here. Of course, we already talked about some of it when we were talking about the tether, the CME futures, the possible manipulation everyone's talking about. I don't know. I don't think it could have been manipulated by one person. I don't believe that. I do believe that there are some problems with that research paper that's talking about tether and it being used to pump up the price of Bitcoin. There's always stuff like this, like I'm saying, when it comes into Bitcoin. That's why I was starting off the show like this. The criminals, the crooks, the fools can play their shenanigans, right? They can play their shenanigans.
Yes.
They can mess around with the price and try to get their Tesla tonight. But I know I'm in it for the long haul. I know at the end of the day, I got peace of mind that people want a better future, right? And when it comes to a better future, you got to have a better currency. I mean, can you point to a better decentralized currency out there that everybody can use? I mean, the world is going to become one place. It's getting smaller and smaller.
Oh, I mean, yes, thanks to social media and the internet. I mean, everybody is really connected. I mean,
travel.
Yes, and people really do actually travel now. Like where people before were really like, oh, we do like the road trip of the United States on the coast, the same coast. Now people literally go to other countries. They suck it up and get vaccinated and go.
I mean, the bohemian lifestyle of just traveling the world is a lot of people's dreams.
I mean,
one world without borders, one currency. I mean, there's a lot of people behind this idea, right? But of course, no one's wanting to make that really happen because you got to push the government aside. Well, Bitcoin is going to be the tool for the revolution. I just hate the ideal that I think that it's going to take problems with the dollar for a majority of people to actually wake up to the fact that Bitcoin is the ultimate tool, and they should have already had some, and it's going to be a quick stumble downhill trying to learn
yes, like
Bitcoin
how everybody is,
and get their hands on some as the dollar's crashing, or
Yes.
there's some sort of problem with...
Right, like how everybody's saying that it's literally either going to be a repeat of the 2008, like the housing crisis and the actual, like the recessions and all of that, or that it's going to like plummet into the 1930s depression next.
I don't even want to speculate on what the problem is going to be, because there's so many unknown variables about restrictions or digital cash or taxation and all of this other stuff that could happen, So it's just the ideal that this piece of paper that's in my pocket that I'm slaving away 9 to 5, 40 hours a week that I bring home, that I got to give up 2.5 weeks in order to pay a mortgage. You know what I mean? It doesn't work. Right. I was just talking with you, a friend of ours, his nephew got a $15 an hour job, which is pretty good here in Florida. Right. Yes. He's 18 years old. And the first thing he does is he runs out and he gets a brand new Mustang.
Like this year, like Mustang.
Yeah. With the 5.0, $600 a month payments, $200 a month auto insurance.
Because he's a boy. Mm-hmm. Yes. So 3/4
but that's
to
debt.
80%.
But see, the problem is that's debt that's given on to somebody that's not responsible enough. I mean, there is no 18-year-old that's responsible enough to assume the debt ratio of a brand new Ford Mustang, right? And then what happens when he defaults on it? The debt doesn't just disappear. And now you've also messed up this kid's life a little bit, because debt and credit and all of that can control what your future is and your access to finances through it.
Oh no, what's even worse is that he probably had someone co-sign with him. So along with destroying his financial credit and whatnot, he's going to be bringing someone else down with these choices, because they're thinking, no, he's got this covered. And in the end, I mean, unless he went to the best like Ford dealership ever and they were just like, no credit, no problem.
I'm just saying that it seems like there is this perpetual cycle of let me sell my soul for debt to give me some material possession, where after it loses its luster, you're still in the hole for a really long time.
Oh, the thing I had a problem with when we were talking about this or whatever was that I was like, I mean, the only reason why you need a brand new car is for people to envy you, for females to envy you, and for males like your peers to envy you. Like, that is literally the only reason. So it's like, so you want more friends or you want more females? We're just going to say that word. I mean, which one is it? Because you're trying to go for one. Because, I mean, unless that car really makes you that kind of happy, which I have never met anyone that is really like, I will sleep in the garage with my car. I love it so much. It's usually for some other person. And really?
Well, they say that, that makes the world go round. So,
yeah, but between that and one dinner, I mean, money. Are you kidding me? That's your whole paycheck right there. A month's worth of work for a car ride and one dinner. That better be the best. Oh, yeah.
So what do we got going on in the chat over there? You guys got any thoughts here on Bitcoin? What are you guys thinking tonight? Are you guys upset about the price? Do you want to see it jump way back up there, hitting 20K already? Do you want to try to keep accumulating down here under $10,000, knowing that the future of Bitcoin is just as bright as it's always going to be? Are you believing this China stuff, that China's coming back around to be pro cryptocurrency? Plus with the blockchain, right? But pump the brakes a little bit because it's going to take a while before we're back into the full swing of things where they're like sucking up 60% of the Bitcoin mining, producing state-of-the-art Bitcoin ant miners.
All right, Trinity Band 922 says, wow. I know, right? Like, I don't know. Huh. All right. And Zaza says the best thing my parents did was never co-sign for me. I was pissed at the time, but when I defaulted and burnt myself, I then realized why they did what they did. Yeah, no one ever has co-signed for either one of us.
No, yeah.
Ever.
My dad helped me buy a $500 truck.
My mother gave me her 1982 Honda Civic. That is what I got. So, I mean, we both got very used vehicles, but that was about the closest. Like, no one was giving me like their debit card or a credit card in their name, or
I didn't even know how to drive a stick, and it was a standard. And my dad was like, "Well, you'll learn." And I remember I burned the clutch out within 2 months, and he's like, "Well, now you'll learn how to put a clutch in."
Mine was also a standard, and we were actually going around in a Walmart parking lot, and there was literally a retention pond, and there was no fence around the retention pond, and I came within feet of being into the retention pond because like I did not brake. I hit all the other pedals because it was like, oh my god, there's 3 and I only have 2 legs. That doesn't work. So yeah. But hey, I mean, it didn't happen, and guess what? Yes. Now you know how to put a clutch in, and I know that, one is the only one that breaks, not all of them. Oh my Lord. Okay, Bitcoin Jake is here now.
Bitcoin Jake, buddy, I'm glad that you could make it my friend. I do appreciate it. If you guys can hit the thumbs up, it helps out the channel quite a bit. It helps put us, in the favor of YouTube's algorithm and throws us in the sides of all the other videos. Helps us boost up the popularity around here. We did see the subscriber account come up.
Yay!
Remember, we had come down to 2010, and now we are back up to 2020. Well, so we have picked up at least 10 in the last 2 weeks.
I was going to say, Big I know.
Plus, thank you guys for joining us. Of course, you guys are the biggest part of this channel, right? At first it was just me trying to figure it all out as I was getting my Bitcoin education. Then I went and brought Samantha out here, put her in the chat, give you guys a voice, so you can ask questions. That's what this is all about, because how else are we going to learn, right? Asking questions and talking about stuff is how you freely form ideals, right? And as we get out here as often as we possibly can talking about Bitcoin, this is, I think, the best way to spread awareness, because also offer free help, right?
Ooh.
You can email me and I'll answer questions. You can ask questions here on air. I have lots of friends in the chat that are moderators that are also willing to help. I also have friends in all of the other cryptocurrencies because I've been here for so long, where if I can't help you with that, they can probably help you and I can direct you that way. And no one charges around here. It's none of that scam stuff where people are trying to sell you classes, sell you consultations, sell you access to a website. Why should it cost you money to learn how to use the future of money? That's where the big first red flag is for me.
I mean, yeah.
Does it cost you money to learn how to put a dollar bill in your wallet and walk into the 7-Eleven and buy a soda? No. Well, then why should I have problems learning how to get my hands on some Bitcoin, put it in my wallet properly, and send it wherever it needs to go?
All right. So XRP Nation is here. He says, hey, crypto friends.
XRP
Hey!
Nation, I did buy $10 worth of XRP just because of you, my friend. I know it's not much. Not saying I believe in the project, but hey, like you're telling us, it never hurts. What's $10, right?
All right. Big Daddy Num Nums. I don't know. I love your name.
I'm glad that you can make it out here, my friends.
Num
I
Nums.
do appreciate it.
He says, hey, y'all.
All right.
Bitcoin Jake says the crypto connections that I've made in the last 3 years are amazing. I know, like we know some people.
Yeah.
I mean, it's kind of weird to think that.
It feels more like a genuine friendship. Like me and Josh are friends, right? I genuinely feel a friendship with Josh, and that came through crypto.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's not those associations where it's like, oh yeah, we worked together forever. So yeah, when we had the day off, we went and hung out.
Co-workerness,
yeah. I mean, it really does seem like after like college or in high school and whatever, like that's how I worked with you. You lived next door.
Oh yeah. I'm pretty sure Paul's a friend. I think Paul's a friend. Hopefully that's not creepy, Paul Rouleau, but I do.
I think you're a friend too, Paul.
Mm-hmm. Oh, Izaza says, I consider you all my friends.
Oh, see? It's
see?
great.
See?
That's why we all come around here. We all talk Bitcoin. It's just sometimes I wish that we could like get the megaphone out, and really just broadcast.
Oh, you want your soapbox?
I want the soapbox. I want the megaphone. I want to go to New York City and I want to just tell people how Bitcoin is
you could do the sandwich board. That's straight crazy. Like you can't get it.
with the jumpsuit.
Giant Bitcoin.
Hey, I think we went far enough already. We went to music festivals and spent hours passing out hundreds of Bitcoin flyers to complete strangers, trying to tell them over music about how Bitcoin was the key.
I mean, I don't know. Looking back,
it was a year ago because
wow, we did really just start running up to people. Like, I don't know. Yes.
Because, I mean, Electric Daisy Carnival is about to happen this weekend. That's what made me think of it. So that would be the 1-year event from the first time that we passed out flyers. And, I mean, we passed out almost all 500 flyers.
Yeah, I mean, almost every time we've literally only came back with a handful that were like too crumpled that we were like, we shouldn't just give these to people. Even that one, I mean, I just like bombed the entire row of cars with crumply flyers because I figured, who cares? It's on a car.
Okay, so I got one little piece of news left. Are you buying your Bitcoin with Cash App? There might be a fee. See, we haven't been.
Yeah, because they said no.
Yeah, they denied me still, and I haven't kept trying at it. I know I need to, but so Cash App
got denied KYC.
Yeah, they denied my KYC. I probably am on some government blacklist.
Where they're like, no more.
No
more for this man.
We know that he has Bitcoin, even though it looks like he doesn't have Bitcoin. But we got secret knowings because we got nodes, so we know. But so Cash App is saying that, all right, Cash App may charge fees when you buy or sell. If so, the fees will be listed on the transfer or on the trade confirmation before you complete the transaction. Okay, that's what it says. I guess we're having trouble determining the date of when they actually changed it to this. or at least that's what they're saying in the article.
Right.
Okay, because it was free. And now they're saying that maybe not everybody's having to pay the fees, and sometimes they round down, and it makes it better for buying small purchases over making small purchases at Coinbase. So if you're buying like $5-10 worth of Bitcoin at a time, you're probably better off doing it on Cash App than on Coinbase.
Right. I mean,
so
I
I
don't
mean,
know,
everybody's going to
man.
charge fees. That's going to be part of it. I mean, the price of Bitcoin's too volatile for these people to wanna. It's the mechanism. It's the government, not the government. It's the machine of industry. Like
It's the middleman.
they're always trying to make a buck. That's why everybody works at part time with no benefits, but they got 3 shifts. It's stupid stuff like that is going to make it so that there's going to be fees until Bitcoin can actually take over and we start trading and transacting in Bitcoin, because it is designed to be a peer-to-peer currency. So the problem is with only 1.5% of us, it's hard to find the other person in the real flesh and blood world that I can, touch phones to and stuff and trade Bitcoin. So
touch phones.
Touch phones. Like rat hole to rat hole.
Oh, you're saying too many words.
I'm sure they've seen that show too.
Oh my dear God, I'm forgetting what the hell the name is. But there's 2 seasons of it, so go have fun. Oh dear Lord. Okay, so Bitcoin Jake says that he thinks Samson Mao is one of his favorites. He also talks to another one. They DM sometimes, and John McAfee follows him.
Ooh, nice.
Haha, what?
Right.
All right.
But at the same time, be nervous. Be nervous.
Right.
That's a friend and an enemy all in the same package.
Dude is super crazy. I don't think you can get, well, I don't know. Him and I don't think you can get more volatile. We'll just go with that. Yeah, I think people say like bipolar, but whatever you want to go with, yeah, they're very all right. So XRP Nation says, I'm gonna check. Hold on. As Bitcoin Jake is swearing. It's okay though. I did have showing. Okay. XRP says the tidal wave is coming to crypto. Better get your lifeboats ready. Yeah. I mean, I don't know.
It's going to be when people realize that they need to start collecting assets and stop wasting their money on liabilities, right? Everyone's trying to just go blow their paycheck instead of doing something with what little bit of money they're actually getting that's going to help tomorrow. So, I mean, society to start switching their line of thinking. I mean, unfortunately, I've seen that it takes hard times for people to become smarter. So, even though we say that
because everybody has blinders,
right,
yes.
Even though we say that there's excess and that it's getting cut back, well, maybe there is too much excess. Maybe it is going to take some sort of an awakening, for people to realize that they had it really good and that they don't need to eat McDonald's 3 times a day and drive around frivolously because they're bored, wasting gasoline and.
I mean, yes, everybody really does have blinders on. That is what they want. I mean, it's a lot easier to not be outraged about the injustice of your life and the outcomes of it. So a lot of people do and it is going to be literally that there is no power, or you don't have a place to live, or there is no food for your children. There's going to be some drastic things before people are really like, oh, wow, this super sucks.
Well, I mean, with the shrinking size of middle class, eventually everyone's going to end up on one side of this poverty line or another.
Yeah. All right. So, XRP says, Trezor firmware is updated. I can now buy crypto directly from my Trezor Model T cold storage device. Ooh, nice. Yeah, jinx. But yeah, no. I don't know. We never really did the Trezors. So, did the keep keys. Oh, what was the other one? And then our ledger.
Yeah.
All right. Bitcoin Jake says that he loves McAfee. Oh, he also
I'm
he
sure
was
I'd like
the
to party with
showness.
him.
Oh, right, dude. I bet he has like the best of everything,
Right?
and probably the best
I
stories.
want to
As
go hang
long
out
as
with
you like
every New
believe
Year's.
him,
Every
you
New
know.
Year's, I'd hang out with him or something. That'd be awesome. Every New Year's, hang out with John McAfee.
Watch that ball drop. The orange, the apple, the something, whatever the hell you're at, you know.
Oh, we're gonna see a couple of them knowing him.
Right? Oh, I forgot about that whole time area zone. All right. Yeah. And so he said, bad word, Ver. It's okay. And then he said, oopsie, it's okay. Paul Rouleau is now here. Hi, Paul.
Paul Rouleau, buddy.
He says, good evening.
I'm glad that you could make it, my friend.
It's okay that
We
you're
forgive
late.
you.
We were already talking about you.
I
Is
know
that
we
why
were
you
talking
like,
about
yeah?
you. Yeah, your ears were ringing. It just took a while to get to New York.
I am for I am says, hello, fellow holders. Hello.
So is that now that everybody's here? Is that gonna do it? Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I guess let's give it another moment. You guys got anything you want to talk about in particular? We kind of went through everything that we had listed already. It is to just keep the positivity going, right? It is
keep talking about it.
To keep talking about it, to keep spreading awareness, to keep telling people that there is another form of currency out there, you know, because another problem is, like you're saying, blinders. It's this misconception. You know, 1 in 3 people still believe that the US dollar is backed by gold, you know. I mean,
no. Not for as long as any of us have been alive, pretty much.
And then from there, people don't understand about fractional reserves, right? You know, they don't understand what quantitative easing is. You know, they don't actually really understand much of anything besides the fact that they go to work, they know what a dollar is, they know what their pay is supposed to be, they know what a loaf of bread is, they know that the standard rent mortgage is about $1,000. You know what I mean? They know what their car payment should be, around $300. So they just think in these terms. But what they don't realize is that these terms are constantly changing. I remember when $5 was a lot. I remember $10, right? Now everything's 20. I mean, I'm only in my mid-30s. So how have I supposed to have seen all of that already?
Yeah.
That's a long ways to go from $5, and not just like through a child's eyes. Like I knew a time when $5 would actually get you something. Try to get somewhere now on $5.
You can't even buy like fast food with like $5 anymore.
I used to be able to take a cab anywhere in town for $5. $5, the Uber man ain't even gonna stop.
Nope. That's for sure. No. I know. All right. I am says that he likes McAfee's decentralized exchange.
I had heard him talking about that. I haven't tried it or anything like that because I usually don't do much trading. I'd like to see how this plays out.
I mean, you know, I don't know. I'm not saying he's not a smart man. He's just, well, I mean, I guess when you're that kind of smart, right? You are just nuts. I mean, it is just not normal.
To the rest of us, right?
Yes.
I don't know. He's still continuing with that prediction, right? Doubling it now to $2 million. I mean, I don't think we're going to make it.
I mean, nobody's ain't anybody's manhood yet. So, I mean, you know, hey, obviously, you know. I mean...
All right. Is there anything else in the chat, or are we going to be bringing this down to an end?
There are people's. Okay, hold on. Okay, so XRP Nation says, thanks for getting XRP. It made my day for reals.
Of course. I mean, you guys really are our friends. We do care about coming out here. We felt bad that we didn't get out here yesterday. We were trying to. So we definitely had to make it happen. Went out and got another string of lights. Does it look any brighter?
It does. You are pretty bright. Okay. Yeah.
Slowly accumulating more stuff for this project here because we are not for profit. We don't keep any of the money. We should be looking at some more money coming in from the AdSense for the channel this month. So we'll definitely be able to dump that and then getting some more lights. I don't know what I was thinking that we were going to be bright. Like,
yeah, I don't know how that worked either, but I was agreeing with you, and it was like, oh wait, no, no, it's going to be earlier. That it's going to, I did actually get I mean, home kind of early, so that's how we're doing this now. But I mean, this is dark as it gets. So I mean, you look pretty bright. You're pretty good.
Well,
This is
I'd also-
definitely a lot
I was
more than
also
it
looking
was.
at Amazon about getting some floodlights to put on the back of the home here, so that when we flick that outside light, I was going to tap into that, and the floodlights would come on, and hopefully that'll
Trifecta effect. I
Yeah.
gotcha.
It might be a week or two till I get that though.
I am says China will slam BTC when they introduce their own centralized currency. Ooh, that would suck.
I don't know. I've realized it's like you thought you were running a mile and then you're running a 5K, and now I realize I have to pace myself at this, because it is going
Right.
to be.
Oh, where's that water station? We might want to.
Let me just slow it down a little, because I'm going to make it to the end of this race. You guys can keep running full sprint.
You see the Lambo? Go for it. Okay. So
I don't know. I mean, I'm not bragging, but I have to have done something right because I'm still here, right? I've seen a lot of people come and go in this space already. I'm still here. I'm still out here preaching the word of Bitcoin. I'm not sitting around saying that I lost a bunch of crypto, and I'm not sitting around saying that I'm broke or anything, and that I lost a bunch of money trading. So I never invested in an ICO. I never did any major trading.
I mean,
all I've done was buy Bitcoin and hold Bitcoin, and I took a little profit when we went from $700 to $20,000. Could you blame me? No, it did our family good.
I mean, you can always look back and say, like, oh man, that was stupid. I mean, we never did any super catastrophic stuff. So it is like, I mean, we did not lose like everything in any, bag ever.
Oh.
Yeah. Okay. So I'm trying to get back up to where we are because you just keep talking. I am says, I don't trust China. XRP Nation says China is evil. Damn communists.
I know, still protesting in Hong Kong. Like 4.5 months now or something.
Yeah, it is going. I mean, there's been some not awesome ones. Like, really. Yeah, I don't know. Okay. I am says they will control everyone's wallets and it will be leaked to everyone's social score. I mean, yes. I don't know. China has a little bit of a control issue. So does North Korea, but whatever. Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, if we're going to put on the tinfoil hat, I'm more worried about the facial recognition that's happening.
The Facebooknesses and all
I realize
of that, yes.
I'm like effed on all of this, but I mean, I had a MySpace. So I was effed in the beginning of this before this idea was even contemplated.
I know MySpace, yeah.
I mean, you're great, Samantha, with the fact that you don't have social media, never created social media, and there's very few pictures of you. But the ideal that, like, facial recognition is being sought after so highly by so many people, and everything is constantly, like, I just assume whenever I go anywhere that's not home that I'm being recorded, right? It's much better to assume that than be caught off guard.
I mean, yeah. I don't know. There isn't even a good reason. I guess I just have like some weird, but I mean, looking back on it, like, yes, when you post anything, whatever platform you're on is literally instantly tagging you just from your face and things. And that's not cool. Like, and now we're learning more and more and more. I mean, I don't know.
Yeah. It's like, all right, like they say, all right, if you around here, you hear coyotes, right? They say if you see a coyote, that the coyote's seen you 12 times, right? Well, that's the concept here that I'm going with. We're just learning that they are doing facial recognition. They've already got it developed. They're tagged us. They're satelliting in on our facial recognition and tracking us already. And I know that's super tinfoil hat, but I mean, that all we need is another Edward Snowden, and next thing you know, it's reality.
Yeah.
I know, bringing on the rant at the end with the crazy. We should definitely wind this down. I didn't mean to spin anything out of control.
All right. So
back to crypto.
I says McAfee, being a genius is a curse. Opposite of ignorance is bliss. And and XRP Nation thinks that the lighting is awesome. So yay, Vention is here. He says, yes, I am. It's quite a burden to be a genius. And being so good looking is a pain too. Oh, but bump, Vention. But bump. Okay. I have James Benhart. Crap. Hold on. No. XRP Nation says China seized Bitmain and has full control. James Benhart says McAfee just did 2 good interviews. He was sane. Drinking and bloodshot eyes, but good. You will laugh.
I know. I seen part of one of them. I don't even remember who it was.
Oh, you're right. Crap. Which one was it?
It was a few days ago. Somebody recommended it to us, and that's why we went and looked at it after.
Oh, for the love of God. Yes.
It was after a show.
And it was a normal person. Like, oh my, nah. Okay, whatever. We'll remember this after we hit stop. Of course. Why not? I mean, that's the best time. I am for AM says his interview with Richard Hart was great. Oh, XRP says that my laugh is contagious. I've been told that. I've been told that I am very
Richard Hart
funny.
And John McAfee.
That has
to be funny.
Oh yeah.
I seen that Richard Hart was putting out some videos recently. I didn't watch him. I don't watch him. I don't even know how I'm still subscribed, but I had seen it in the subscription, and I was like, man, he's still going at it. I figured he would have moved on to something else by now.
Yeah. It's like somewhere in the yeah. It's weird. Okay. AM4AM says airports have facial recognition. Even Walmarts have it. Man, you're going to make it so I don't go into Wally World, bro. Like, at all. I think I do think the whole, the surveillance video monitors that you can see yourself as you're
self-checking. And then they put the little square on your face as you're trying to walk down the aisle. And it's
creepy as hell.
It just definitely gets your gears spinning that, man, they're facially recognizing me. They're linking to my social media profile.
When you go down the girl makeup thing, the stupid things flash red lights around it. And it's all so it's recording. And it's like, dude, that's so creepy. I know it's to deter, yes, but it's like, oh, see, now I'm going to have to look down and wear a hoodie. What's up?
Look like the suspicious thieving person because you want to not.
Yeah, but I'm not shoplifting, so whatever. Take me into the little security booth.
Security booth.
You would not find it anything.
You want me to plant shoes on him? Just tell me. All right, you guys. I appreciate you guys coming out here, joining me for another episode of Bitcoin and Coffee. We will see you again in a day or two. We got 49 days till Christmas. 56 days till New Year's, 189 days till the halvening, and I will be here every step of the way with you guys. Have a great one. Take care of yourselves and keep that BTC safe. Later, guys.
Bye, guys.